Hey guys, this video is going to be an update to one of my older videos that I made, part 3, Best Hut Squad under 1K. This is going to be a budget team that kind of begins around December. So for anyone who hasn't gone into Hut yet, or people who just recently started playing the game, you guys can make a competitive squad for, well, not that much. The most expensive player that I'm going to show you is going to be about 5K pucks or coins, I guess, and everyone else is going to be worth around 1K. The reason why I'm doing this is because over time, uh, these players got cheaper, so now you can get yourself a decent 87 overall for not that much. And so here's the team that we're going to be, I guess, using. So in this team, there are a bunch of different synergies that I activated. You got passing playmaker, get more passing and offensive awareness. Don't care about poise. Speedster, very fun synergy, giving acceleration, speed, and agility. Defensively responsible. It's not necessary, but I had a few players in mind that used it, so works out. Cycle game's a good one, and the coach helps out in activating this. Got tape to tape, and I think this is the last one, so I don't know why I didn't just stop the sentence there. Gives passing, offensive awareness, and poise. Yes, I'm right. And then you have an extra point in shot blocking, because that's just how it happened. So, the way that this team was built, it's built very similarly to the first team, where you take a lot of the fastest skaters and best shooters for forwards, and a lot of them might make a return, I think. I'm not sure. You have like Marian Gaborik, Carl Hagelin, Botker. I remember him having space on my first squad. And you got some new players that are now cheaper, but are just as good, like Nyquist, Kreider, and whatnot. And you can even get a Voracek now for like 2,000 coins, which is amazing. One thing that I did change, though, is in the first video, I kind of left you guys out to dry on my centers. I made it so that my centers in that video were still really fast and you can make some good plays out of them, but they sucked at face-offs. So in this video, I'm giving you guys 4 of the best, I guess, face-off guys that you can have that fit in with the synergies, and I guess that's really it. They just fit in with synergies. Ryan Kessler is number 1. He's probably the most expensive guy, but I think I did buy him for about 3 to 4K coins. And he's got amazing skating, decent shooting, and his faceoffs are at 90. You should be able to keep up with any team with his faceoff stats. He's also defensively responsible. So I have to build other players around it so I can activate the synergy. Similarly with Ryan O'Reilly, he's got pretty decent face-off stats. I think Turris probably has one of the worst stats at 79, but his synergy was passing playmaker, so that worked out, and he has pretty good skating. And then Vermette rounds it off. He's got really decent face-offs at 84 with cycle game. You guys are free to move these guys around however you'd like. You'll notice that there are some right wings on the left side, some left wings on the right side. It's really what works out for you, however you feel like doing these guys, putting them in your lineup. One thing you should notice is Torrey Krug, a defenseman, is a forward in this lineup. And the idea here is he's a really good skater and a really good shooter. I think he's also kind of small, isn't he? 5'9", 186 pounds. He's not that great of a defenseman. But I think putting him in a forward position, you guys will be able to use his skating and shooting to your advantage. Use him like a forward. He's also an offensive D-man, so it works out. Defensively, all these guys are great at skating, and they are pretty big. You want big guys as your defensemen so that they won't lose their position against an opponent's forwards. And again, all their synergies kind of just work out. They have either tape to tape or, I guess, defensively responsible. A lot of team synergies, some player synergies. It works out. For goalies, this is going to be the tricky one. I have Martin Jones here, who fits with all the synergies. Martin Jones, even though he's an 86 overall, a lot of people believe he's one of the better goalies in the game. He could be better than like a 90 overall goalie, so that's why we're using him. And Connor over here from the Jets is a player of the game card. He's one of the cheaper player of the game cards. Maybe it's because he was recently released. And he has a cycle game bonus of 2. But the idea here is that you'll be able to change this team however you want, as long as you change it like based off of your synergies. So you don't like mess with the lineup by removing one of each like player of each synergy, because then you're not gonna have any synergies. If you want to make any changes, you'd get rid of one of the synergies and either replace with another one or stack up some more on the player synergies. So you're not forced to have him as your backup, but giving that 2 times cycle game bonus certainly does help. And of course, he's going to be the most expensive guy on your team. So it's not pivotal that you have him in your lineup. Then the coach, he gives that cycle game bonus, which Connor also gives. So without those two, I mean, you'll only have Vermette, who is given the cycle game bonus, which means you're welcome to try to put them in something else. And there you go. There is the budget team for December for anyone that's trying to compete with even like D1 players. Because I was able to win the league title with my D1 or with my Hut squad under 1K. You guys should find it just as easy with this squad. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys around.